Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and this is the all-new Echo Show 21. Amazon announced this the other day. I picked it up myself, and it comes in at $399.99. So they've also got a different variant, a 15-inch variant, which I've actually had for some time. So I thought we'd compare them, show you the size difference, and just sort of set it up and see what it does. I think it's really nice that it has a few different things here with Alexa. Of course, you've got Netflix, YouTube, you've got some sticky notes here, to-do lists and more with the weather, and of course it's a big picture frame. If we flip it over here, it goes over a few more things that it can do. So you'll see it's a 21.5-inch 1080p Full HD touchscreen. It has Fire TV built in. You can put it in landscape or portrait, which I typically put it in portrait mode. It has a 13 megapixel camera, which I don't typically use, but I really appreciate it because it has a shutter, it has a smart home hub, it's vibrant sound, it says, hands-free Alexa, and it has an Alexa voice remote that's included. So let's go ahead and open it up. Now, like I said, they announced this the other day. I've never even opened a Amazon product on this channel, but I have used some of their products such as Ring cameras and more. And there are some privacy concerns, of course, for some people. However, with Apple supposedly launching sort of a smart home hub supposedly next year to go along with HomePods, I thought we'd start taking a look at some of these products. So let's go ahead and open it up. So we'll open it up down here at the bottom. Open the bottom here. So inside is the display itself. So let's go ahead and remove that. I'll set it aside just for a moment. Then inside here, we've got a wall bracket. Now this looks very similar to what we have with the 15-inch wall bracket. We'll test that in just a moment. So maybe you have a pre-existing wall bracket and then you want to mount maybe the 15-inch somewhere else. You could do that. We've got some paperwork or literature here. So Echo Show 21 just goes over some of the information here like you'd expect. Then we've got another pamphlet in here, and this one looks like it's just safety and compliance. Then we have a mounting template if you want to mount this on the wall. And then if we move this aside, we've got a few different things here. We've got our wall plug, it looks like. So just a typical wall plug, 30 watt. And then the other end just plugs in the bottom. And then also a couple other things here. So it looks like we've got a bag of mounting screws and maybe some mollies for the wall, a couple Amazon Basic AAA batteries, and then a remote. So let's go ahead and open up the remote. We've got a typical remote here, it looks like. Nothing too fancy, but you've got an Alexa button, a little button in the middle, one around, and then some things for Disney Plus, Netflix, Peacock, and Prime Video, of course, with your volume and up and down button. So nothing too fancy, but it is included, which is nice. So let me go ahead and place the batteries in, and then we'll take a look at the actual show itself. So let me move that aside, and there is nothing else in the box. So looks like it's just there for the Echo Show itself. So here's the Echo Show. Let me go ahead and lay it down, face down, so we can open it up here. So there we go. And it opens just like this. And then, of course, on the back, you can see a few different things. So we have the mounting area here. So if you've never seen how one of these mounts onto the wall, typically you could put a wall mount bracket, or you can get a stand for it for $100. So you'll take your wall mount bracket, and once this is attached to the wall, place it in here, and then it sort of locks in place, so it's not going anywhere. It will lock that orientation, or it will lock in portrait mode as well. So depending on how you want to use it, you can use it either way. Now, as far as the plug, it goes in here, and then it looks like we have what appears to be USB-C, actually mini USB right in there. So maybe for some diagnostics or something like that. Now this is pretty heavy actually. This comes in at 10.7 pounds and it's 21.5 inches as far as the display. So let me go ahead and flip it over here. And here's the display itself. So you can see my sound panels reflecting in it. So it's a fairly reflective display. It looks like we've got a surround here we can peel off. There we are, and it looks pretty nice. It's got a nice frame look to it. You can even get pieces that go on the outside that look like wood if you want it to have that. But you'll see this is highly reflective, so you can see the camera overhead. Now for a quick size comparison, you'll see here, this is the 15-inch model, so definitely a little bit smaller here. Again, in the upper right, you've got a lot larger screen here. Again, it is a touch screen, and as far as the mount that comes with it, I think it's pretty much the same size. So you'll see this one's a little bit dirty, but it fits in perfectly. So if you already have one mounted on the wall, you could just swap it with this one, maybe place the smaller one on a stand in the kitchen or something else. Now, additionally, around the outside edge on the top here, we have a couple different things. It looks like we've got some microphones here. We have a switch to cover the camera in the front. So if I move this down, it just covers it up like this. So it physically covers it, which I really appreciate if you don't want to use the camera. And then we have a physical disconnect switch for the microphone. So this actually disconnects it on the circuit board, disconnects it completely from listening. And I typically turn that on if I don't want it actually listening. So then you've got a couple arrow buttons here and nothing really around the outside of the entire device other than that. So let me go ahead and plug it in. So we'll get the plug here. So on the other side, you do have a lip on it, so I can place it face down and not worry about scratching the display. But again, we'll place this in here. We'll just plug it in like this. It clicks into place, and then when you've got it on the wall, you can sort of spool some of the cable up here and then route it vertically or horizontally. Now let me go ahead and flip it back over. It's plugged in, it says Amazon, and let's see what we've got here. So again, highly reflective, so not the best there, and pretty bright. You can see it says getting your device ready. For wall mounting instructions, refer to the quick start guide in the box. And then you've got a progress bar down here at the bottom. It's asking about accessibility features. We have a screen magnifier, a voice view screen reader, or we can skip it altogether. And for a quick size comparison with a normal Echo, this is a small one. So this is significantly larger, just a really nice huge screen that you can put different things on. We'll go ahead and tap skip for now. It says searching for network, so we'll go ahead and get that set up. Now it's already set up because I ordered it with my account. It says, hi, Aaron Zolo, and then I have to agree to the terms and service. So let's go ahead and do that. First things first, Alexa is designed to protect your privacy. You can always learn more at Amazon.com, Alexa Privacy. Now it just asked me if this was at my address, so I confirmed. Then we'll tap continue here. It's saying North America, Eastern Standard Time. And then it's asking, which room is it in? It's in an office, and it says device updates ready. Your Echo Show 21 device will be updated to the latest software. It could take 10 minutes, so we'll tap install now and give it a moment to complete.
As I install the updates, this device will restart twice.
It audibly lets me know that it's going to restart twice, which is nice. So it's updating, it's giving me a constant status, which I appreciate because not all devices do that. The update's completed, and that didn't take too long at all. So now it's asking me to choose a photo display. You can choose your own photos if you've uploaded them to Amazon Photos. We also have seasonal, nature, and travel, and then some other ones here with art and abstract shapes. So I'll go ahead and maybe for now I'll do nature, and looks like you can select one. So we'll tap continue. It says your appointments, the reminders, everyone's Alexa, set up a profile for you and each of your family members, and Alexa will keep track of all of them. I'll set this up later. It says Echo Show can help you monitor your home, allow members of your household to live stream the Echo Show camera anytime, anywhere through the Alexa app and connected devices, such as an Echo Show. You could enable this to use that camera. I typically leave it closed, so I'm not going to do that. And then stay connected with Amazon Sidewalk. Sidewalk is a shared network that helps compatible devices work better at home. I'm okay with this for in devices at home, but not if you're in maybe an apartment building. And then help find things with Sidewalk. You can help your neighbors. I'll opt out. You can opt in with make this device child-friendly with Amazon Kids, make your Echo Show child-friendly, automatically filter explicit content, set bedtime limits, and review activity. So you can set that up that way if you want to or not. We'll just say yes for now. It can be changed later.
This device is ready.
So it says almost done. We're just waiting for it. Looks like it's rebooting one more time. And it says set up your Fire TV experience. To enjoy your favorite movies, shows, and video content from Fire TV, let's take a few minutes. We can go over here to have it auto sleep. You'll see it's a little bit slow right away, but now it seems like it's fast. We've got captioning. We've got follow-up mode to continue the conversation without having to repeat the wake word. And we can remind me later. So if I want to set any of this stuff up, we can set it up now or later. We'll say remind me later and see what we've got for the home screen here. So it says start building your shopping list. So let's see if we can turn the display down a little bit so it's a little bit easier to see. So if we swipe down here, we can go to brightness. Do that again. Go into brightness, and you'll see it's on adaptive brightness. Now, this is great when you're using it in your house, but when you're recording it on a camera, it's not as good there. There we go. That seems a little bit better. We also have the sunrise effect in adaptive color. So this gives you an idea of what it looks like. Pretty decent overall as far as the display. Now, it's not the highest resolution display. So if I zoom in here, you can see some of the pixels. So in this area here with all the reflections, you can see some of that. And it looks fine. It's not the highest resolution, like I said, but typically you're going to view this at a little bit of a distance, and it's fine for a smaller display. And it's giving suggestions that you can do. Now you can drag this over here, and then you can have a widget gallery or rearrange what you've already got. And then you've got smart home favorites. So again, we'll drag it over. We'll go to the widget gallery. See how responsive this is. And then you've got your top widgets. So maybe you want your top connections on Amazon. You can see things such as your orders that have shipped. And again, this is highly reflective. And just to give you an idea of how reflective, here's an iPhone screen. So this is reflective, but see how much more this is. So that gives you an idea that it is very reflective. Usable, but reflective, of course, but don't put it in front of a window. So you've got your top widgets. You've got different things here. It's fairly responsive. Smart home. And then you can connect things such as Ring cameras and more. So if you've used any of these, whether it's the smaller size or this larger size, you can press and hold and then rearrange the different widgets. So you can get rid of that one, add some more if you'd like. Go ahead and add them. And maybe we'll just add this one. It says you've already have it. We'll say no. We'll add lights and plugs, even though I don't have a bunch. And there you go. So you've got all of these different things sort of on the screen, and then it will go to sleep and sort of show a different gallery. It's very nice to use. And then if we swipe this off, let's see if we can do that. We can't, but we have some more options here. So we can go home. If we do that again, we've got options for do not disturb, photo frame. So there's a nice photo on your wall. It looks pretty good. And then we've got smart home and different things you can go through here. So these are different things in my house. So front of house, office LED, groups, lights, camera, or whatever you've got. So pretty simple and straightforward there. And then again, active media, routines, if you set those up, music or communicate. So if you want to go into music, if you have Amazon Music or Amazon Prime, you've got all of those options with Christmas songs for the season or something else. And then at any time, if you want to just swipe in from the right, you've got all of your different widgets here. So this is really nice, simple and straightforward for the most part. You'll see it just changed to this wallpaper. Again, not the highest resolution display, but it looks pretty good, and it will look fine on a wall at a little bit of a distance since it's only 21.5 inches. If we go into settings, we have a few things here with your different networks in the spotlight, and again, your Fire TV settings. So the speakers sound pretty good overall. It's hard to sort of convey that on camera, but they sound pretty good. You've got all of your different sounds here. So if we go in, media, alarms, timers, and notifications, everything else, let's turn that down a little bit. And that's about it. It's a pretty nice display. It can give you information. Of course, you can do more with that with different widgets and more. I use it for my cameras to see what's coming from Amazon, when it's arriving, when it's arrived, things like that. So something I definitely appreciate and will use regularly. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what it's like as far as the overall size. You can swipe through the different photos here, what it's like for the overall size, what it's like to maybe see the weather, something like that. Let's do that again. And it gives you a bigger view of it. again, you could use Amazon's Alexa and everything else. Of course, we have the remote as well, so you could use that if you want to. I don't know if I have this set up or not, or maybe the receiver is in a different place, but either way, you've got this nice large panel, and hopefully that gives you an idea of its overall size, what you can do with it. And if there's anything more you'd like to see, maybe more Amazon products, whether that's Kindle or anything like that, let me know in the comments below, as I typically haven't covered them before. Again, it's highly reflective, but I really like these displays, and we'll probably use this one either maybe on a desk for maybe calendar information and more. So it switches on its own throughout the day. So if you want to go into a calendar here, it's going to go into a full-size calendar, I believe. There we go. And then you can see all of your events. So as Apple is working on something like this, I thought I'd try these out a little bit more. Let me know what you think of these in the comments below. If this is something you've used or something you do use around the house, or maybe you don't trust Amazon products, I'd love to hear from you in the comments as well. Let me know what you think of this in the comments below. And if you'd, again, like to see more of these sort of smart home devices, and if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.